So, we're gonna talk about the kid from Boise State, Ahmad Hassanian, whatever. He got waived with an injury settlement like Antoine Green. But first and foremost, let's talk about some guy or caller called in on Woodward Sports and crashed out about Brad Holmes' inability to pick in the third round, which is untrue. Broderick Martin, Hendon Hooker. I think it might have been one other guy. He messed in the third round. I can't remember who it was. It was Broderick Martin, Hendon Hooker. But then they said, hey, he drafted F.E. Melifano, Isaac Tesla, which, the jury's still out. And he had a couple other successful third round picks. And that's the draft. You're going to have guys, not pan out. Whether it's injury, whether it's they never get it. I mean, nobody really has a high, the high 90%, 100% success rate in the draft. He's done a lot of good in the third round. I would point more to the second round. And more of his second round blunders, whether it was Levon Zarique, Josh Pascal, Ennis Rackstraw, a lot of those blunders got to do with inability to stay healthy. And then again, in 1 year, he took Sam Laporta and Brian Branch. This year, he was able to get Isaac Tesla. We'll see how that goes. So, a lot of his vulnerabilities in the draft or his weaknesses in the draft is the inability to, identify durability as a meaningful trait. I mean, you look at this year, the kid from Boise State, injured. Miles Frazier, injured. Just already a couple guys already on that injury list. He has to learn to put a premium on durability. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if he, missing in the third round, and a lot of times that's where teams are built. I don't care. He's like hit multiple good picks. I mean, St. Brown, I think in the fourth. You talking about Brian Branch and Tesla, both in the second. Jahmyr Gibbs, when people thought he was crazy, in the first. Jack Campbell, I think, might have been the same draft. I mean, Penei Sewell. I mean, he's done. Terrion Arnold, I think, is going to be big time if he can stay healthy. I mean, he's done some good work in the draft. So, like I said, I mean, I got to continue to say, people are going to continue to, nitpick, and you can nitpick anybody. We go through, people, making irrational or making bad decisions. And it's being on the internet. I mean, we all. I mean, I've seen people that's womenizers and some people that's criminals and crooks and abusers criticize other criminals, womenizers, and abusers. If people opened up everybody's closet, I don't think anybody would be embarrassed because everybody got skeletons in their closet. Everybody got something in Pandora's box. But people in society try to act like they're better than other people. We all got dirt. Life, if you look in the Bible, life is a wager of sins. And you think you're getting away with something, you don't get away with it. A lot of people do a lot of, messed up things. And you see this amongst the wealthy, and they try to do the philanthropy and they try to do good things to even out, to erase the bad things. You're gonna reap what you sow. You're gonna reap for the good things you do in life, and you're gonna sow and you're gonna deal with the bad shit you done in life. That's just the God honest truth. That's the God honest truth. So y'all can be meticulous and nitpick his background and his picks. We can nitpick any GM's background and picks. So I mean, there's always gonna be something to complain about. I see that a lot of times with the Lions start paying people spending money, or Detroit, we ain't gonna have enough money, we overspend it. They don't spend money, they cheap. Like, which one is it? Like I said, everybody shouldn't have a microphone. Some people should just literally have headphones. And still, even with just literally headphones and no microphone and no other thing to do but listen or learn or read, they still wouldn't pay attention. They still couldn't comprehend it. And I think a lot of people need to realize, this is going to be a controversial take, but I think a lot of y'all, if y'all honest, it ain't too many average intelligent people out here. It ain't too many people with an average IQ or higher. I promise you that. It's not too many people with an average IQ or higher. When you get out to the real world and see that most of these people are not smart at all, and how people think and they don't have critical thinking skills and they don't know basic knowledge, it'll blow your fucking mind. It'll blow your fucking mind. But talk about Ahmad Hassan. I knew. Like they was counting on him. I'm not counting on no fifth, sixth round draft picks. I was not counting on that, bro. And they said they might bring him back when he get healthy. I was not counting on dog. I was not counting on dog. I knew it. You know what I'm saying? And I already knew. I wasn't counting on him to come in and do it. Then there's no disrespect to him, but he was second, moving up the second string. I was feeling good about him, and bam, right on point. At what point do Brad say, "What the? All right, man, durability got to move up my board," or maybe this is freak accidents. So, and apparently they got like 3 roster spots open, and they saying, "Oh, one is for Zadarius Smith." He's gonna man. I just felt like if they was gonna bring him back, he would have been brought back by. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It's Rikishi in the thong, but maybe so. Maybe one might be for a backup quarterback to have 3. One may be for a edge. Also, Lee McNeil, they keeping Hope open, and they couldn't put him on the injury reserve because they already got too many people on the PUP or whatever list it is. And it's Rackstraw, not Lee McNeil, and some other. So at the end of the day, you don't know if Makai Wingo gonna be healthy. So you could see some deals come down the pipeline. Honestly, you could see some deals come down the pipeline. I would guess you're probably gonna maybe get 2, 3 defensive linemen, maybe 2 defensive linemen and a quarterback. You might see a Smith, a Clowney, you might see a trade. I mean, at the end of the day, because you look at it, Aleem McNeil, he's out. DJ Reader, Roy Lopez, Cub Roger Martin, you got Makai Wingo, he ain't quite ready yet. DJ Reader, so you really got nobody that can, Tyleek Williams, you don't really got nobody that can rush the passer. They may end up getting 2 edges and a quarterback or 2 edges in the defensive tackle, but we'll see what happens. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out Detroit Piston Talk, our Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the whole 9. I appreciate the love and support. You can literally follow me everywhere. But yeah, that aside, I'm not putting no stock in no guy drafted that late. Maybe 2 or 3 years down the line or something. I just wasn't putting no stock in him. But that's just my opinion on it. Peace.